Hello students, welcome to our computer class. So students, today we are going to start a computer book with our first chapter, that is Introduction to MS Access 2016. So before we move to our chapter, here we have some learning outcomes. So students, after you have studied this lesson, you will be able to first know about different type of database, second create database using various methods, and third work in different type of keys and tables. So let's start our first topic, that is database. A collection of related table with data is called database. The data remains in an organized order in a database. A simple example of a database is the attendance register of your class maintained by your class teacher. It contains the name of each student of your class with their roll number. A personal telephone directory is also an example of a simple database. So databases are very useful in maintaining data. Some advantages of database are: first, easy retrieval of data, reduction of data redundancy, reduction of data inconsistency, easy sharing of data, easy manipulation of data, and high data security. You can perform various kinds of operation on a database like creation, deletion, modification, and updation. So here is our second topic, that is Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS. A relational database is a collection of data items organized as a set of formally described tables. Data can be accessed or reassembled from these tables in different ways without a need to recognize database tables. The concept of relational database was given by E.F. Code at IBM in 1970. In addition to being relatively easy to create and access, a relational database has an important advantage of being easily extendable after the original database creation. A new data category can be added without modifying all the existing applications. A relational database is a set containing data fitted into some predefined categories. Each table, which is sometimes called a relation, contain one or more data categories in columns. Each row contains a unique instance of data for the categories defined by the columns. For example, a typical business order entry database would include a table that describes the customer details with columns for name, address, and phone number. There are many RDBMS software available. Some of them are Oracle, FoxPro, and Microsoft Access. Now, next we have database objects. All objects of a database are stored in a single file. These are managed through the database window. Let us discuss the main object of a database. So students, we are going to discuss some main object of a database. First is table. A table is a part of the database where the actual data is stored. Microsoft Access stores the related entries in its row. This row is called a record. Each type of detail in a record is stored in its column known as fields. For example, in a table, the name of all the students of your class can be stored in one field with the field name as name, and all the data entries under the field name, age, address together form the record of a particular student. Then next we have query. A query is used to extract information from a database. The output of a query is record or a group of records that fulfill a certain condition. An example of a query is to get the record of the student with the roll number 22. Then form. A form resembles a fill-in-blank sheet that you fill completely by hand, such as a job application. Hence, a form is a way to enter data into the database. Microsoft Access links a form to a table and hence stores the information that you put in a form into the table. Here we have next report. Just as forms are designed to be one-screen reports are designed to be printed. With Access, one can design the reports quickly based on the data of the table. Now, next topic is Microsoft Access. Microsoft Access is a popular relational database management system. It is one of the application software of Microsoft Office package. Microsoft Access is widely used by individuals having small scale business within department of large corporations and also used by hobby programmers to create customized system for handling the creation and manipulation of data. It is a development environment used to create computer database for the Microsoft Windows family of operating system. Now, in Microsoft Access, the data is arranged in the form of tables. Every specific piece of information in a table is known as a value. A value is located at the intersection of a column and a row. So students, did you know the total number of value in a table is the number of rows multiplied by the number of columns. Then next, the initial code name of MS Access was Cirrus. तो जो MS Access जो हम आज यूज करते हैं उसका पहले नाम था Cirrus. Now next topic is starting Microsoft Access 2016. So in this topic we are going to learn how will we start Microsoft Access. So to start MS Access, follow the steps given below. So these are some steps you have to follow. First is click on start button on your desktop. Second, click on all program. Third, click on Microsoft Office 2016. 4. Click on Access 2016. This will start Access 2016 that display the splash screen. Here you can see the picture along with the step. The Microsoft Access screen appears now. You can create a new database or open an existing one. Now students, next topic, creating an Access database. Before you create a database in Microsoft Access 2016, you must remember the following things. So all these points you have to remember. First is purpose of the database. Second, use of the database. Third, table, data of the database, queries that the user need, forms and reports. Microsoft Access 2016 provide the following ways to create database. First, creating blank database. Second, creating database using a template. And third, creating a database by downloading a template. So let's read creating a database using a template. How will you create a database using a template? A template is a read-to-use database that contains tables, queries, forms, and reports needed for performing a specific task. Several templates appear by clicking Sample Template from the available template. You can also download template from the office.com templates. To create a database using a template, follow the given steps. So students, these are some steps you have to follow if you want to create a database using a template. So first is click sample template from the available templates. Then step 2, choose the type of database you want, for example, students. Step 3, specify the name for the database in the file name box. Step 4, click the create button. Here you can see the pictures along with the steps. Access, create and open the database for you. By default, a form is opened where you can enter the data. This kind of interface you might see when you open the database. Now, our next topic is creating a blank database. So, to create a blank database, follow the given steps. These are some steps you need to follow. First is click blank database from the available templates. Step 2, type the name of the database in the file name box. Step 3, click the create button. Access, create and open a blank database. By default, an empty table is open, that is table 1, in which you can enter the data. This is the interface along with the step. Now, next topic is creating a table. You can add a new table to an existing database by using table group on the create tab. The two major ways to create a tab are datasheet view and design view. Now, next topic, creating a table using datasheet view. In the datasheet view, you can enter the data in the table directly. To create a table using datasheet view, follow the given steps. So these are some steps you have to follow. First is click the create tab on the ribbon. Step 2, click the table from the tables group access, create a table and select click to add column by default. Step 3, Click in the column and type the data in it. Press the tab key to add a new field to the table. These are the interfaces along with the steps. Step 4. Now save the table by clicking the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar. Step 5. Give a suitable name to the table in the Save As dialog box. Step 6. Click the OK button. So students, did you know? You can double click on the click to add heading and name the field. Now, next topic is viewing a table. To view a table and its data, simply double click the table name present on the left pane. The table open in the right pane displaying all its records. This is the interface of viewing table. Now, next topic is table structure. The table structure indicates what kind of table has to be created. A table structure identifies the name, size and type of various fields. A table stores various type of data. The data entry varies according to the type of fields in a table. Some data types are as follows. So students, these are some data types we have to read. First is text. The data type contain letter, number and symbol. The number in a text field are considered as text and cannot be used for calculation. The length of the text field varies. It can contain a combination of up to 255 characters. For example, Ajay Vita 13 and A2582970. Now next is number. The data type number contain numeric value. It does not accept letters or other symbols except number. For example, rupees 100.50, $55 and euro 30. Next we have date and time. The data type date and time contain the date and time calculation can be made on this field. For example, 1/1/2020, 1/1/2020 and 10:45 am. Next is memo. The data type memo contain long text with all kind of data. For example, hello, my name is Ankit. I am 14 years old. I live in Mumbai. Yes or no. The data type yes or no represent only one of two values, that is true, false, or yes or no, or on or off. Now our next topic is creating a table using design view. In design view, you have to first create the table structure. To create a table using design view, follow given steps. So these are some steps you have to follow. First is click the create tab on the ribbon. Step 2, click the table design from the table group. A new table in design view opens up. Let us create the table structure. This kind of interface you might see. Step 3, type the name of a field in the field name column and press the tab key to move to the data type column. Now step 4, an arrow appears for the drop down list in the data type column. Click the arrow and select the data type according to your field name for the list. Now step 5, press tab key to move to the description column and type a description of the field. The description of the field is optional. This is the interface you might see. Now step 6, save the table after adding all your fields by clicking the save button on the quick access toolbar. The save as dialog box appears. Here you can see the save as dialog box. Now step 7, type the table name and click the OK button. So students, did you know? The button half of the design view window displays the field properties for the field type you have selected. The field properties can be set to control the appearance of information, prevent incorrect entries, and also specify the default value. Now our next topic is primary key. A table should have at least one field that has a unique value for each record. For example, in a school database, the roll number of each student uniquely identifies each student of a class. You might have the same name, but you never have the same roll number as your friend. So, in the school database, the roll number field is the primary key. A primary key does not allow null value and must always have a unique value. A primary key is used to relate a table to a foreign key in the other table. Now, did you know? If you do not define a primary key, Microsoft Access asks you to create it when you save the table. Now, let's jump to our next topic. It is switching views. Access provides different views to work with your data. You can easily switch from one view to another. There are 4 views to work with the table. Here we will read about the 2 views. The 2 main views are the datasheet view, that is spreadsheet view, and the design view, that is table structure view. So here first we see datasheet view. It displays the view in a row or column format which allow you to view, enter or manipulate data. And in the design view, it displays the view which allow you to enter field name, data type and the description into your table. To switch between views, simply click view from the view group of home tab. From the drop down list, choose the view you want. Now, next topic is entering data, the datasheet view. So, to enter data into the table in the datasheet view, type the value in the respective field. Press the tab key to move to the next field to type its value. When you press the tab key in the last field, the insertion point moves to the first field in the next line. So, this is the interface. Here you can see type the value and press the tab key. So students, did you know the table structure is created in the design view of a table, and to enter data into a table, use datasheet view. Now here our next topic, manipulating the data. Manipulation means to make changes in the data. The following modification can be done on a table in Microsoft Access. First, add a new record or row. To add a new record, place the cursor at the last value of the last field or column and simple press the tab key. Now, then next, add a new field or a column. To add a new column, right click on the column header and choose the insert field option. A new field is inserted to the left of selected field. Here you can see the interface along with the steps. Next we have update a record. To update or modify a record, simply click in the cell you want to update and type the new value. Then next, delete a row or column. To delete a particular row or column, select the entire record or entire column by clicking on the row header or column header and press the delete key, or right click the mouse and select the delete record or delete option. Click yes to confirm. Here you can see the interface. First deleting record and last and second deleting column. Now students, let's jump to our next topic, that is relationship. After you have created multiple tables in your Microsoft Access database, you need a way to tell Access how to bring that information together again. The first step in this process is to define relationships between the tables. After creating relationship, you can create queries, forms and reports to display information from several tables at once. A relationship works by matching data in key field. Usually, a field with the same name in both tables. In most cases, these matching fields are the primary key from one table, which provides a unique identifier for each record and foreign key in the other table. For example, student can be associated with their result by creating relationship between the student table and the result table using the roll number field. So, to create a relationship, follow the given steps. So, if you want to create the relationship in your table, you have to follow these steps. Step 1, create both the table and open one of them in the datasheet view. Click the table tab on the ribbon. Step 2, click the relationships. From the relationship group, the show table dialog box appears. Here you can see the interface of the above step. Now step 3, select the table and then click the add button. Select another table to link, click the add button. Step 4, click the close button. Step 5, drag the primary key of the parent table, here student table. and drop it into the same field in the child table, here result table. The edit relationship dialog box appear. Interface along with this step. Now step 6, click the create button. You see the relationship created, save your work. These are the interfaces you might see when you save your table. Now our next topic started, that is opening an existing Access database. To open an existing Access database, follow the given steps. First, click the File tab. Step 2, click Open option from the Backstage view. The Open dialog box appears. Step 3, look for the folder where the database is saved. Step 4, select the required database to open and click the Open button. The selected database gets opened. You can see the interface along with the step. So students, you have to try all these steps in your PCs as much as you can, so that you get learn all the programs we have studied. So this is it from the chapter. Let's revise this full chapter through some quick recap. Let's read. Database is a collection of related table with data. Second, Microsoft Access is a powerful program to create and manage database. Table is a collection of data about a specific topic. Then next, a table structure identifies the name, size and type of various table. And lastly, primary key refers to one or more field, that is column, which uniquely identify each record in a table. So students, this is it from the chapter. I hope you have learned so many interesting topics of computer in this chapter. Soon we are going to learn about many more interesting topics and chapters of computer. Till then, revise what we learned today. Thank you.